Mzansi, you're watching African Farming Digital. Now, foot and mouth disease had a massive impact in the agricultural sector. So today we're going to be talking about diseases and the proper procedures on how to handle outbreaks. In studio with me is Caryn Shacklock from Afrivet. Welcome, Caryn.
Hi, Toby. Thanks for having me.
Now, Caryn, let's talk about zoonotic diseases. What are zoonotic diseases, and give us an example?
So zoonotic disease is a disease that can be transmitted between human and animals. We normally think of it in terms of diseases that animals give to people and make people sick, but it actually works the other way around as well. Some very interesting facts on the website of the World Organization for Animal Health tells us that 60% of all infectious diseases found in the human population have an animal origin. And over the last 10 years, 3/4 of all the infectious diseases that have emerged for humans come from animals. So there's a very close association between what can make us sick and what makes our animals sick. Some examples of zoonotic diseases include rabies, brucellosis, Rift Valley fever. A lot of the parasites that we find in animals can affect humans. And then some diseases that can transfer from humans to animals include tuberculosis. Interestingly, a lot of the TB that we find in cattle is actually human TB. So these are all things we need to be mindful of.
So, Caryn, I want to know, what are other important diseases that you must report to your state vet?
So controlled diseases are diseases that the government is responsible for managing, for preventing the spread thereof, and for helping farmers keep it under control. So as well as those zoonotic diseases that I mentioned, foot and mouth disease is a controlled disease, African swine fever, African horse sickness. So there is quite a long list of diseases that our vets know about and definitely have on their radar to report to the state.
So who should farmers report these diseases to, and why is it important to do that?
So the law states that all controlled diseases have to be reported to the government, so your local state vet, or the next best thing is your private vet or local animal health technician. You won't get a diagnosis of a controlled disease without the input of a veterinarian, and it is vets' responsibility to do the reporting of controlled diseases, but farmers need to make sure that this has happened. It's important to report controlled diseases so that the government has all the help that they can get in managing the spread of these diseases. Some diseases impact our socioeconomic status as a country, like foot and mouth disease. And so it's really important for the government to know where the disease is occurring so that they can mitigate the spread of it.
Now, I want to know something, Caryn. How do you know you have an outbreak in your area?
That's a good question. So for non-commercial farmers, our communal farmers, it's quite difficult to know because they're not necessarily part of breed associations, but that is a good place to get information from. So if they can plug into a local association where they can get this sort of information from, animal health care workers, community animal health care workers who should be in communities will also have this kind of information. Social media groups are a good place as well. And then farmers' days, a lot of the agricultural companies and animal healthcare companies have farmers' days, and this sort of information can be filtered through that way.
Now, Caryn, most farmers will ask, where do I find my nearest state vet?
So every district in the country has a state vet office, and this information is easily found on the internet. So if you just have a look at our government website, and then private veterinarians, co-ops, animal health technicians, pharmaceutical companies, they're also able to help access that information.
Caryn, thank you so much for your time.
Awesome, thanks for having me.
The responsibility lies with all of us to work together when it comes to disease outbreaks. Remember, we farm better together. Thank you for watching African Farming Digital, and see you next time.
Get the necessary cover for you and your family in the event of unforeseen misfortune. The African Farming Protector Plan offers you comprehensive funeral cover for your entire family plus extended family at an affordable cost. Our product also offers benefits such as monthly discounts on groceries, discounted bus tickets, ambulance services, and trauma and assault assistance, to name a few. For more information on the African Farming Comprehensive Funeral Plan, SMS African Farming to 45269 and get the peace of mind you deserve.